TikTok's messiest mother, Amanda McG, has somehow got even worse and more entitled, sparking fury once again as she ungratefully rants about just how awful the state of her house is at the moment after a whole Avengers-level group of cleaners came over and cleaned the entire gosh darn thing for free. These unimaginably kind people sifted through, and I'm not exaggerating here, one of the filthiest living spaces probably in all of human history. And once again, I'm not exaggerating. I need to say that twice because it cannot be emphasized just how much I am not exaggerating, and all they got in return was complaints. But before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. In my last video, I made the mistake of wearing a do-rag, which I don't do very often on camera, and I was just met with a cacophony of comments from every single angle coming at my head shape. I don't know if you guys just lack object permanence, but because my hair isn't there, it doesn't mean that I no longer have it, right? I still have my hair, and it doesn't just disappear when I put the do-rag on, you know what I mean? Like, I need to stuff this thick, curly forest of bollocks into that wee thing. And sometimes I don't disperse it correctly, and it ends up looking a little bit awkward, right? I was about to go to bed and decided to record a video, right? Now I'm giving you guys attitude. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for complaining about you guys bullying my head shape. I promise you I'll try to improve, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I am simply here to apologize, though. And also ask you to subscribe to the channel, because my self-esteem is rather low right now. Anyway, the only thing messier than my Patrick Star-looking head in that do-rag is Amanda McG's house, which we should shift the topic of conversation towards now. For those who don't know, I do already have a video on this lady, and it is very important for context, but for those who are clued up and know exactly who she is, let's just give these a watch, shall we? We're going to start from a video about a month before the cleaners went in to clean the gaff, announcing the whole sort of cleaning project, right? There are 6 cleaners. Again, when you see the results here, they are literally the Avengers of cleaning. Especially because I don't even think they... Yeah, well, it's not even that I don't think it. They didn't get paid to do it. No, it was sponsored, so I guess they were paid, but not by Amanda, if that makes sense. I'll just show you the video.
I do free cleans for mamas who need it, and I was invited by Amy to do a free clean in California for Amanda MCG. Myself and 6 other creators who I will tag below are going to be flying out there September 30th and staying out there for 6 days to give her house a full makeover. Clean is going to be sponsored by Zepp Cleaning Products, who has a program called Cleaning for Compassion. It's going to be completely free for Amanda, and trust me when I say we are all so excited to do this for her. I'll understand what it's like to be overwhelmed and need a good reset. Other than just deep cleaning and giving her a fresh start, I'd really like to make her house a home and get the kids' room situated with some fresh bedding and wall decor. Amanda and her husband have separate rooms, and her daughter currently sleeps in the room with her. But there is a spare room in the home that is currently used for storage that we would like to turn into her daughter's.
Okay, so right away, I want to make it like clear, just as a baseline here, that these people are saints. There is nothing wrong with what they're doing here at all. Like, it's actually an abnormally kind thing that they're doing here for Amanda, and for that, I have nothing but praise for them. I do think that they are being a little bit too charitable with their descriptions of how the house got so messy, though, to begin with. Like, the whole thing of, oh, we all know what it's like to be overwhelmed and, you know, forget to clean a few things. That's not... Because we do all know what it's like to be overwhelmed, but we don't handle our overwhelmed emotions the way that Amanda McG does. I'll show you guys some clips whilst I'm talking here of the house. It's like, this is not the kind of mess that is made when you're a little bit overwhelmed by life and forget to, I don't know, do the dishes for a few nights. This is a, like... It's almost impressive how messy this fucking place gets, because it's to a point where it would make your life so difficult that you would sort of need to sort things out every now and then. And it's not messy. Like, messy is an understatement. Messy is being too charitable. It's filthy. Like, it's dirty. It's unhospitable. And it is borderline abusive depending on how you look at it. Because if you're one of those children, and everyone will know this if they grew up in a less than optimal living environment, when you live in places like this, there's no way you can clean yourself properly. Like, even if you're thorough as fuck in the shower, doing everything you need to do, there's just no way living there is going to keep you clean, right? You're very susceptible to illnesses. You're probably gonna get ill a whole fucking lot. And when you're ill, that spreads to everyone in the house. Not to mention there are animals living in this house, like fucking dogs, cats, the whole shebang. There's no way they're helping with the whole cleanliness situation either. And if you're a kid who lives there, not only are you gonna get ill very often, but you're gonna go to school fucking stinking, and no one's gonna wanna hang out with you because you smell bad. Like, I know that sounds juvenile or like, you know, bollocks, but it's real, man. It's serious. Like, you can't fucking live somewhere like that, and you can't be raising kids somewhere like that either. Everyone does know what it's like to be overwhelmed, but part of being a parent, in my opinion, is having to push through, which I know is easier said than done, but when you have 2 children depending on you, it's kind of mandatory, in my opinion. You can have bad days, sure, bad weeks even, but a house like that is a bad lifetime. Like, you are a objectively bad mother. Especially when you're so, like, braggadocious. I'm not sure, again, if this is, like, your first video seeing about this woman, that might seem harsh, but she's done stuff. She's, like, bragging about having CPS getting called on her.
Get my house ready with me so CPS can come over.
She almost seems proud of the mess in her house at certain points. She's like, oh guys, today we're gonna do a little bit of a clean, as in we're gonna scrub the table down a little bit before CPS comes over. And she does like a little jig, a little dance, like the Pied fucking Piper. She doesn't even need to play music for people to start dancing though, because the only way you can get about in that house is to like tiptoe your ass around it. Fuck going gym. If you want to develop your calf muscles, just enter Amanda McGee's house and try to travel. Telling you, man, you'll have calves like a fucking Filipino in no time. I don't know if that's a universal thing, by the way. It's just in my experience, Filipinos always have godly calves. I couldn't tell you why, but it's just a fact of life, I guess.
Which this link to my link tree in my bio. All of the organization stuff, kids room stuff, and everything in between. I could really use y'all's help with this one, and I need as many eyes to see this as possible. So if y'all could take any big cleaning companies, any big creators, and like, share, comment, repost, all the things, it would mean the world to me. Send it to everyone on your friends list, the whole nine, y'all. Amanda also has a bed frame and mattress linked in her Amazon wishlist on her page. If anybody would like to purchase the bed frame and mattress for her daughter so she can have her own space, it would be amazing. I really would like to thank whoever purchased the 11 items so far. If you do end up purchasing something, please reach out to me. I would love to thank you directly and send you a thank you card in the mail. If you want to remain anonymous, that's okay too. You guys are all so amazing, and I cannot wait to share this transformation with you.
I mean, yeah, this lassie here and all the people doing the clean, to be fair, just seem like totally respectable working women. Like, there's nothing better than when you want a service done, you call someone who clearly knows their shit, they do it, you pay them, and there's no, like, obstacles that get in the way, no bullshit, just a straight up, like, gratuitous fucking, I don't know, interaction between two people. It's, and annoyingly, that shit is so rare to find now. Now, we will be having a look at all the influencers who helped out with this clean, but the main culprit, is, I say culprit positively, is a lassie called Amy, who owns the Zepp company that was sponsoring this clean, otherwise known as Boss Lady Cleaning Hacks on TikTok. She doesn't own it, my mistake. She's the official spokeswoman for Zepp.
You guys had jobs and busy days and missed the lives today. This is the first quick recap of day number 1 of the Cleaning with Compassion project that we are doing at Amanda MCG's home. We decided to begin in the back of the house and tackle the 3 hardest areas, which were the 3 bedrooms, but unfortunately we did not complete all 3 rooms. What we did complete is dry cleaning in all 3 rooms and wet cleaned in 1 bedroom. The biggest struggles that we dealt with in these 3 bedrooms were cleaning the walls, which came out about 80% better than they were, and just picking up all of the debris and the clothing and organizing them into bags and set them outside where they belong so that we can sort them later on. We are all extremely exhausted. I know that Amanda is emotionally overwhelmed because her home is flipped upside down right now.
I don't know, man. I don't know about, like, the Amanda being emotionally overwhelmed thing, so she is unable to sort of help with the... Like, if you have 7 strangers entering your household to clean everything for free, surely you'd have the fucking courtesy to try and help out at least a little bit, you know what I mean? I bet they weren't even offered like a coffee or anything. Not that I'd want a coffee from her home, it's probably filled with malaria, but like, you know, still offer. You know, I'm sure if you offered, they'd be like, you know, not to be dramatic, but I'd rather fucking die, but thank you for offering, you know? Is that a thing in America? Because over here, whenever people come over, like if they're cleaners or builders, like anyone in the area who enters your home, you always offer them a cup of coffee or a tea and like some biscuits or something. Basically treat them like they're Santa Claus. Biscuits as in, cookies. There's totally different things here. I have people who complain about me translating shit for Americans. Just so you guys know, my UK audience, my audience is mainly American. I haven't made that clear in a while, so I just wanted to make that, like, you know, abundantly clear. So that's why I translate every now and then. It's caused real issues on this channel before. I remember one time I said the word like artistic. I called something artistic, and then the Americans got at me for using autistic as like an insult, basically. Because in their silly American minds, me saying artistic is autistic in an American accent. Artistic. Hey man, I think you're artistic, you know? And then I'm just saying artistic, but it's similar. It sounds the same. But like, my accent is, I have an English accent, you know what I mean? Why would I randomly switch to an American accent for one fucking word? It makes no sense. I'm getting, whatever. We should move on.
All right, here's a 4-minute recap video of day 1 cleaning at Amanda MCG's house. Right off the bat, I am going to touch on a subject one time, and then it's going to never be spoken about again, at least here on my page. The cat's out of the bag. I am, in fact, a content creator. I have 500,000 followers that I make cleaning videos for. I am also a professional house cleaner who donates my time, energy, expertise to help people like Amanda MCG who are in this type of situation travel across the US to help clean when people need me. Two things can be true at the same time. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but just because this cleaning is free for Amanda does not mean it is free for everyone else involved. So for the few people who are making the videos bagging on the fact that I'm a content creator and I'm only doing this for content and clout, you have a lot of burners because you will be blocked. Now, if you missed the lives from today, day one.
I honestly believe that though, like this, you don't do this sort of thing unless you're fucking passionate about it. I mean, look at the fucking house, man. This isn't even as bad as I remember. Like the last video was way worse than this. She must have had to have done like something before the CPS visit to make it like somewhat a bit more hospitable, if that makes sense. I mean, this like before, when, I mean, to be fair, we're not seeing the after yet, but you know, it's clean. But this before is like, fuck me, I wouldn't even know what to do. Like, people who know how to clean are always so impressive to me. I'm not like incompetent or anything, but for something like this, I wouldn't know what to do. I'd walk in, get overwhelmed and fuck off. You want to talk about emotionally overwhelmed? I'd only be emotional overwhelmed if I walked into this shit. But if I were living in it for like 5 years and making a whole fucking career out of it, I'd probably feel more uncomfortable in a clean space. And the fear is, I feel as though Amanda's just gonna remain the exact same and get it all dirty again the second they fuck off, because in these comments, it's like maybe having the bed in front of the closet isn't practical, clothes end up on the floor, which is a perfectly good point to bring up. To which Amy responds with, we place the furniture how Amanda asked us to. And it's like she's still being stubborn even when professionals are there trying to help clean everything. Like if I had a plumber come over and I was eating shit out of the toilet instead of flushing it, and they were like, you know what, mate, you should really, there's actually a flush button, you should probably use that. And I was like, you know what, mate, I'm gonna actually just keep eating shit. That was a fucking horrible example, but I guess, you know, it might come to a point where the plumber goes like, you know what, if you're really not gonna fucking budge on this, then fucking do whatever you want, but don't ever call me again. You know, just because that plumber flushes the toilet for you once, it doesn't mean that you're gonna flush the toilet every time he leaves. You know, you're gonna go right back to your shit-eating ways.
At MCG's house. This is a video from my perspective of everything that we were able to get done today. The reason why we were all filming on top of home like Amanda. That is what's gonna help Amanda the most. When we leave in just a few days, we will leave Amanda with a clean home, an organized home, and a happy home. It's not going to matter what anyone has ever said in the past, because Amanda is going to be able to live towards the future. I'll be leaving her with organized chore lists, one for daily, one for weekly, one for monthly, and then one for quarterly as well. And those are going to be used as guides to help her stay on a system and a routine.
That is like so nice. That is the sign of a really good professional, by the way. Like if you get a PT or a trainer or even a therapist, it's like the sign of what distinguishes the great ones from the mediocre ones are like, even out of hours, even when you're not in those sessions, there's still contact, they're still like in communication with you. Like they will actively give you homework or chores or things to work at and do outside of the sessions. By the way, remember that they have provided Amanda a list of chores there, because that will be important later when Amanda decides to make her own list, which, needless to say, is nowhere near as good. Has a couple of glaring issues with it, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
And we are just going to wish her the best, and we're going to be here for her. We're going to support her. Because she can do this, and she has enough followers to support her as she goes through this journey. As Tanika says,
that bit's important as well. She does have enough followers to support her, both emotionally and financially. Definitely a lot of people telling her how it's okay, she is overwhelmed, they understand how he feels, being all nice and shit, which is not inherently a bad thing. Definitely a lot of fucking haters and awful people as well. And then there's a lot of people like me who are complaining, but not in a dickish way, if that makes sense. At least I like to think not. Like in my last video, I was very empathetic to the clear mental health struggles that the woman goes through, but in my opinion, it just wasn't enough of an excuse to warrant how dirty the house was and how horrible a life this is going to lead for the children involved and the animals. But the fact that she is sort of in a decent financial position despite the lack of work she does, you know, all the shit that's being bought for her, it's like, you shouldn't have waited for the golden ticket to come and you could get your house clean for free. This is long overdue. You should have done this years ago. You should have used your TikTok earnings to hire a professional cleaning service to deep clean fucking everything. And I understand that would have been a lot of money, like not cheap at all. It would have been thousands of dollars to clean that place in like, you know, a proper professional way. But fuck me, would it have been worth it? Like, it was so needed. I don't care if it makes rent extremely difficult to pay for the next few months of your life. You need to get that place fucking cleaned. Even if it means working like 5 extra hours for the next month or two, it just had to be done. Like, I can't emphasize how much it needed to be done. And it wasn't gonna be easy. Like, when you have a place that dirty, the solution will never be easy. But That's why you have to do it. If it was an easy problem to fix, if it was an easy mess to clean, it probably wouldn't be worth troubling yourself over. The fact that it is so difficult is why it's such a travesty. It's why it's so important. And it's why you should never let yourself be so irresponsible as to cause yourself that much difficulty in the future.
It's Coronation Day! It's Coronation Day!
So that was the whole team, that one, and there were... Oh, who's this? I recognize her. Oh no. Oh no, the donut mum. What the fuck is she doing here? I was on the live while you'll film this one. Oh, okay. I thought she meant like she was in the area observing everything going on, but now she's just watching the live. Tell you what, the donut mum makes Amanda McG look extremely sympathetic in comparison. Not extremely, but a little bit more. I think overall she seems just like more of a dick than Amanda does. Anyway, that was a TikTok of the whole team, basically just promoting themselves, which I think is totally fine. You're cleaning a fucking hellhole. You're almost sifting through Chernobyl for free. You're allowed to promote yourself a little bit off the back of it. Some people don't agree with me though. I won't lie, it felt as if this was all a huge promo for Zepp and for your socials. You guys focus too much on social media. I'm like, who do you think these fucking guys are? They're not like a bunch of retired millionaires who clean houses for fun now. They're a bunch of cleaners who wanted to clean a house and they're doing it for free and they're trying to find other ways to monetize because Amanda's not fucking paying them anything. In my opinion, they have the authority to make whatever type of content they want. Now, again, if I was to hire someone like this to help fix my gaff, like, I don't know, let's say there's a leak on the ceiling and I hired someone to fix it, you know, maybe I come home and I catch him doing the fucking Dougie on TikTok live and I'm like, mate, what the fuck are you doing? You know, in that case, it would be totally reasonable for me to be angry because I'm paying them to fix my leak, not do TikTok lives. But in this case, you're not allowed to fucking complain. You're not paying them less. They want to record the whole thing, more power to them, in my opinion. I'm so tired of everyone making videos that these kind ladies are helping Amanda McG clean her home. You'll bash the lady for not getting her house as clean as you think it should be. No. It's not that it's not as clean as we think it should be. It's that it's not as clean as it should be. Like, it's not, this is almost, it goes beyond subjectivity at this point, the fucking state of that place. I do agree with the general sentiment of this comment though, that this is like a good thing all in all. And now that she's asked for help, y'all are still mad like it makes no sense at all. I don't think she asked for help, to be fair. I think they actually offered to help clean the house for free, which is why she said yes. Like, if they charged, I'm sure she wouldn't have done it, which is, I feel like there is a viable reason to get mad at it, but you cannot be mad that the clean itself is going on. Just sort of the motivation behind it, I think, is, you can justifiably be a little annoyed at that. And also that it took this long, you know what I mean? Like, there are issues here for sure. It doesn't mean it's not a good thing though. Saying that there are more deserving people other than Amanda is crazy. Who are you all to say or deem a person more worthy than another literally baffles me. I think there are people who would be more likely to appreciate the service and also maintain the cleanliness shown to them during the service, but it doesn't really make sense to use that argument here because it's being done for free, and it can only be done for free because it's being done on a household that is popular on TikTok for being so messy, which is why they're able to make money off of it despite it being free. Like, you couldn't really do that for another household, so you cannot really complain that they're doing it to Amanda specifically. That's why it works. The rest of this comment here I totally agree with though. Oh shit, someone has had the audacity to comment, it should not take this long to clean a house, with a bunch of crying emojis. Should not, is how they wrote it as well. Great grammar, honestly.
This house is not just being cleaned, it's being decluttered, deep cleaned, and downsized. And at the same time, we are spending time with our new friend and her family and getting to know them and enjoying ourselves. If you have an issue with that, why are you even on my page? But realistically, like, if you knew what it takes to clean a house like this, you wouldn't have dropped that comment. You clearly have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't even know what it takes to clean a house like that, and I wouldn't have dropped a comment because I could not fucking imagine what it takes. I think I'd rather clean the top window of a skyscraper with no ropes or anything holding me up than clean Amanda McG's house. I was joking about eating shit out of a toilet earlier. I think I would genuinely rather do that than step foot in that house. Alright, let's have a look at some before and after pics. That's fucking insane. Like, that looks like the sort of pictures that would be put on like a listing for the flat. You know when you go on like Rightmove or something and you see the listings for these flats and the pictures look all nice and pristine, then you get there and it looks like a bunch of like gobshite. Sure, you've all experienced that, and the worst part about it is that shithead roommate that everyone's had to experience at least once in their life. And also you probably got a dickhead landlord as well. But you wouldn't know about any of that from the pictures because they always look so goddamn nice. I think they got new mattresses for the boys as well. Fucking great, man. Yeah, I mean, you just get the idea. It really is night and day. Just so I can make sure I give complete credit to all these fucking heroes. This is Kale? I don't know, Kayla? They didn't post any videos about the cleaning, but they were also helping in cleaning the house. I just want to give them some love. There was also that first lady we looked at who made like the announcement video called Tanika.
I did not know Amanda prior to this. Only details that I knew was that someone needed help. Without hesitation, my flight was booked, and here we are.
Well, they even cleaned the fucking van as well, and it's got like Funko Pop. You shouldn't be spending money on Funko Pops when your house is that much of a fucking state, like. But anyway, this is Keeks Cleaning who posted that video. I'm not joking, you guys. This is the fucking Avengers of clean talk, man. And you got Nancy right here, who helpfully recorded the reaction to the newly cleaned van. Hopefully, it's as grateful as we'd like it to be. What's the baseline here? If she says thank you, I think we're good. And like, looks like she means it as well.
Them 3 days and they still didn't finish. Oh yeah, I got an audience. The car reveal, Miss Keeks over here worked all day. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, it smells so good. Got a little watermelon, smelly good. Oh, cute. I always try to use those things, and the smell of my car always masks those.
You know, I really wouldn't have a problem with like any of this, actually. I would think this is like an all-in-all really positive, wholesome experience if she does manage to keep it clean, which only time will tell, but I mean, so far, time is telling a different story and one with a worse ending. But once again, we'll get there. And then there was Sharon Garcia here, who also didn't post anything about the clean, but was part of the Avengers. And then there's this bloke Tovar as well, who also didn't post any content. Crazy that so many people didn't post anything, by the way. They're genuinely just doing it for the love of the game. Like, if I was them, I would have exploited the fuck out of my time there. Okay, so here is where things start to get negative, right? We'll start with some of the live stream clips of the actual clean itself, some of the more egregious moments, and then we'll transition into after the clean. All parties, they started to get into a bit of a scuffle, right? A bit of a skirmish, a bit of a battle, a bit of a fight, a bit of a why I oughta type, I've run out of synonyms for fight, man. I can't think that quickly on my feet. But whatever, man, that's not needed. Let's have a look at this clip, right? This is gonna blow your fucking minds.
My dog had puppies in here, so
okay. Animal feces, animal waste.
Okay. Like mostly.
Okay.
Her husband's taking his room. Yeah.
So Tanika did go into this room initially head first, no complaints, and started to clean it out. They wasn't able to continue the clean because it was a biohazard, to which her husband finished it. And now he's sleeping in it.
I need you. What's up, girl? Should I be wearing a mask? There's poop over.
So I hope this clears it up.
I want you out of there. Okay.
Amanda's husband is sleeping in the
guys
room.
what the bedrooms look like, because we've been trying our damnedest. You know, we don't make the beds because why? But this is the room that was just absolutely unlivable. And look at it now. It even smells nice. I wish there was smell-o-vision on the camera.
So they were literally cleaning through like actual shit infested fucking rooms with their dogs shitting everywhere. There's like so many issues with, like, again, they have wee babies, wee children walking around, crawling all over the fucking floor, getting shit on themselves. Who knows if it was that one room? Like, it could be, if it's in that room, it could be fucking anywhere, man. Like, I'm sure they got it all out and shit, but like, it's so bad, man. No child deserves to live in a house with actual shit on the floor, because it's such an easy problem to both fix and prevent. Also, I know I get some shit for saying this sometimes, but these people shouldn't have fucking pets. They shouldn't. And I get it, like, when you have a pet for long enough, they really do become part of the family, but if you cannot treat your family right and you have the option to give them a better life, obviously not with a child, but with a dog or a cat, yeah, you should probably take that option. I know shelters are like very overfilled in certain parts of America, but like, I mean, what I'm saying is they shouldn't have got the fucking pets to begin with, because now that they have, all it does is put everyone in a very awkward situation, including the pets. Like, no one wins from the pets being around. Fucking no one. Maybe it gets you a couple of TikTok views, but that's just so disgusting to get a pet purely for TikTok views.
So it's gonna be simple like this.
So this can go in the back.
Are we keeping this? Nope, okay. Are we keeping this?
Yes.
You? This?
Obviously.
Okay. So everything is being packed. I'm gonna sit over here in this corner. This I think.
Yes, all that's keep. Keep. We use this.
Hold on, we gotta go one by one, otherwise I'm not gonna remember.
It's all keep.
All of this is keep. Okay, then it's gonna come over here.
This way. Oh, I have another nozzle for this.
Yeah, this is it. Like, there's definitely mental health. It's like, she's a huge hoarder. She says yes to pretty much everything in this video, no matter how useless. Seems to me Amy was more worried about her camera most of the time. Amanda is obviously overwhelmed. Yeah, well, excuse my fucking sympathy, pal. She's cleaning her house for free. She should be allowed to focus on her content as well. I want to know what Amanda was doing while they cleaned. She could have been sorting through stuff. Had it all ready to be put away or tossed. These people came to help, not figure out her entire life. Yeah, I mean, that's facts. Just doesn't seem that she's responsible at all, or has her priorities straight in any way, shape, or form. Now we move on to after the clean, and we'll start with Amanda's account getting banned because she left her child alone on camera on the live stream while she went for a shit or something. At least they're not shitting on the floor anymore. I know it was a dog, but like, I mean, you never know. Maybe it was her and she was just too embarrassed to say. All I'm saying is, if I shat on the floor and I had a dog and the shit was noticed, I would blame it on the dog. Like, who would? There's no way any of you would actually be honest and go like, you know what, mate? You know what? That's all I have to say, really. There's no, I shat on the floor. And that's that, really. What? Jealous?
Okay, guys, if you see this video, you know my account got permanently banned. And I don't know how to figure out how to get it back. So if anybody could please tell me how to get my account back. It's Amanda MCG. Everybody knows me. Everybody's been talking about me. I was live and we were going through stuff in my daughter's room. And I walked away and I said, please, you gotta stay out of the camera. You gotta stay out. And she didn't listen to me. I'm never going live again.
Look at her blaming her fucking child daughter for her getting banned and leaving her alone on TikTok live, man. This is your fault, man. Either bring the camera with you or turn it off and then go live later. When you have your whole fucking career, when your entire like means of supporting your families on the line, you don't take stupid risks like that, man.
So if you guys see this, please help me. Please help me figure out how to get my account back.
Ay, ay, ay. Then fucking cry on camera as though it's like a really sympathetic. Like, I'm sorry, this is on you, completely on you. This isn't from the cleaners doing before and after pics, by the way. This is Amanda after the heavenly clean complaining that there's too much clutter in the fucking gaff. Just bear that in mind whilst I play the rest of this fucking video, man. It actually makes my blood boil how ungrateful she is.
Let's have a little chit chat here, okay? This is my stuff that I need to put away. They don't know where any of this stuff belongs. Over here. All this goes on that shelf, and I'm going to organize it and put it where I want it to go. They didn't leave a mess. They worked their tails off and worked top to bottom to scrub everything down. You guys think I'm that incapable that I can't put my own stuff away? I do cleaning videos. I do clean. It's not like I didn't know how to clean and they just all cleaned it for me and they magically have to put it all away. No, that's not reality. They have lives. They have families. I have a family and a life. They can help put it away and wipe things down. It's not that big of a deal.
My friend, just fucking put the shit on the shelves. If it's that easy, then do it and stop complaining about it and talking about it on fucking TikTok and chatting shit about the people who came into your house and cleaned the whole thing for free. There was shit on the floor. There was shit on the floor. And it was free. You have no room to complain. This is actually like one of the most entitled things I've ever seen in my life. Also, just because you make cleaning content, that doesn't mean that you're good at cleaning. I could make a video on fucking Chinese. Doesn't mean I know how to speak it, man. Just because I make Chinese videos, it doesn't mean I'm fluent in Chinese. All I know is that I met a sushi chef the other day who was called Xiao Mao, and my neighbor is called Shuling Fungling. It's always great when you meet Chinese people in Glasgow, by the way, because you ask that, whenever they give me their name, I ask for their Chinese name, just to be like, I want to know, innit? But then it's like, okay, what's your English? So like, it'll be Shuling Fungling, and then their English name is like Gary or something. And it's like, how fucking unaccommodating are we, man? Like, when we go to China, we don't have to come up with Chinese names. They'll just call us up. They'll just say, they'll call me Jesse. Like, they can do it, but why can't we? It's fucking just bollocks. It's bollocks. They shouldn't need to do that, in my opinion. But yeah, look at that. I've just done a video with Chinese in it. I make Chinese videos, so I know how to speak Mandarin. You know, when I was younger, actually, the first guy I had a crush on was from Hong Kong, and I went home and I was trying to impress her by learning her language, so I learned Mandarin, and I learned Mandarin as in I learned a few sentences, and then I came back to school, and I walked up to her, like, before school started, and I started speaking to her in Mandarin, and she slapped me across the face. That's the first time I've been slapped by a gal. And I was so confused. She didn't, because she slapped me and then started, like, lambasting me in Cantonese. I had no idea what was fucking going on. I went home, figured it all out, and I was like, okay, cool, makes total sense now. 6-year-old me just wasn't cultured enough to avoid, frankly, warranted slaps across the face. I didn't snitch, though, for those wondering. No way. I can never snitch.
First you wanted him to be here and do it, and now you're hounding him that they are here to do it. What do you guys want? What do you want? I will show you the end of the results here in the next couple days. I have plenty of videos I need to be posting.
Like, don't prevent it. Like, if you just do it now, man. Don't wait, because if you wait, you're gonna end up waiting more than you should, and you'll just end up making the whole house messy again. Like, you need to get rid of these bad habits. And as much as she doesn't seem like that much of a complaining, nagging person in this video, it gets so much worse as the days go on. I don't know if it's rage bait or if she genuinely is just that fucking ungrateful. Here, it doesn't seem as bad, but it's like showing the bag, showing the clutter, showing everything that they left behind, and then trying to mask it as like it's just so easy to clean everything. I can do it, but like, I mean, it's really easy. It's like, just fucking do it, man. This is who Nike were talking about when they made their slogan. Here's where she does start directly, like, actually complaining, though.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Good thing we got that thing. But it's like. Okay, so it was really bad over here. Right. Let's move the cat tree over. 1, 2, 3. No. Okay.
It's bad.
Oh, it's so bad over here.
Is that a fucking job?
So what had happened was one of the cleaners put a plug in that sink, and my washer drains into that sink. And when you plug it, it overflows into the kitchen. It is like
Underneath the fridge and everything.
Oh, we're gonna leave this here because it's stopping it from. It's stopping it from coming in here more. I still have. Ours will be extra clean today.
Well, hell, hasn't even been 24 hours. One thing about having strangers in your house is that they don't know what things do. Okay, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and say that this is totally real and did happen, right? And that one of the cleaners did genuinely fuck up and, like, make this huge mistake. And let's not fucking play about here. It is a huge mistake to make. And a very amateur mistake to make, especially for people who are self-proclaimed professional cleaners. It's a sort of mistake that would be, like, very damaging to your career if it happened. Well, I mean, to be fair, it happened to someone on a very large scale. It doesn't look good on them. Especially if this was a creator that people actually liked and everyone knew that this cleaner did this, then that cleaner would be very damaging, right? And this is the sort of thing that if it happened to, like, an old person, they could get sued for. It would genuinely be really bad. Like, to misdo, like, the washer plug or whatever, it's a very simple mistake that should really have been avoided. So I'm not fully shitting on Amanda for being annoyed at this, but at the same time, you did have it done for free. And that does need to be remembered, in my opinion, because in my mind, I'm like, I have employees now, and if I paid them really low wages and got shit work in return, I don't think I'd be able to complain. Like, I almost wouldn't be allowed to complain because you get what you pay for in a lot of these circumstances, and when you're getting the service for free, the fact that this is the only real issue is honestly a miracle. Maybe use the money that you saved by getting a bunch of cleaners doing it for free to clean or sort this, right? And then make sure it never happens again, and I guess sort of move on with your life, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, it's a huge inconvenience, I've been there, I've had houses flood like this before, it fucking sucks. It is fixable though. I also don't like the rhetoric of you saying that you needed a break. It's like, no, you're the last person here who needs a break. These people came in and did fucking everything for you. You've been on break. What do you need a break from? You've done fucking nothing. You can't always need a break. That defeats the whole purpose of a break.
Okay, for one, here I go with all my excuses again. That plug was on top of the washer shelf, above all the washer. We don't put a plug in that sink because my washer hose drains into that. I was not blaming anybody. I just stated the fact that one of the cleaners put the sink in there, and this is what's difficult from my point of view.
You were blaming them though. You literally put in the caption, I guess this is what happens when you let a bunch of strangers in your house who don't know what to do. That is exactly what the definition of blaming is. If you weren't blaming them, who were you fucking blaming? It certainly wasn't yourself.
I have actually done this about 3 times before. Not this bad. It only made it to about the beginning of the kitchen counter. And then we caught it, but we didn't catch it this time, and it flooded the whole entire kitchen. My husband picked it up with the rug doctor. Super easy, super quick. It took a few suctions. The floor's still clean. I can show you when my phone's charged. But just because I stated that, you know, this is the hard part on my end of somebody coming into your home and not knowing where things go, I don't think I am wrong for saying something like that. And it's not their fault. They didn't know. It's nobody's fault. We should have checked it maybe, but we weren't thinking about checking it because we never really have to, because we know not to plug the sink.
I think honestly this is actually a fair enough video in terms of like, yeah, you probably should have checked it, especially if it's an easy mistake to make. You fucked up 3 times. These people don't know your house's layout, so they're likely to fuck up as well. But you also can't be mad at them for not checking it, because I can imagine I probably wouldn't have checked it either. Like, it's just sort of second nature to you to work your house the way that it usually works, if that makes sense. I do think you were blaming them though. Like, I don't think that can be forgotten. It's good that it's clean and it was relatively easy to do. Took a few suctions, but all good now. I guess my issue is that you posted the video to begin with. Like, in my opinion, I would, even if it was a huge inconvenience, I would have shown those cleaners the courtesy of not posting the admittedly, you know, fuck up that they have done. Or, you know, more specifically, 1 of 7 of them did. Because all you do by doing that is damage their business, right? All you've done is make their lives harder, their lives worse, even though realistically, 1 of them fucked up. And they've done so much for you these past few days without asking anything of return from you. I feel as though if I were you, I would have been courteous and not even posted it. But I'm not, you know, I'm not livid at it. Like, I get it. The clutter, complaining about the clutter and the shelves, that was definitely worse. This, I wouldn't have done it myself, but I'm not pissed. You know what I mean?
The power of social media is wild sometimes. You guys take things out of context so much. I am extremely grateful for Amy and everybody coming over to help. They worked their tails off. Everybody worked their butts off to bust in this house. Was there some things that did not get touched? Yes, 1 little tiny corner, but every other inch of this house was touched. Please stop bullying these ladies and bullying me. Now I'm the messed up one because I had said some thing about my thing flooding, and, you know, I'm just sharing my point of view of things.
Yeah, but there's no way you posted that not expecting people to go over and chat shit about the ones who are responsible for it. Like, the only reason you complain about something like that and post it is if you, like, you know how the internet works. You've been in it long enough. You know how fucking ruthless people can be. You did it knowing that they'd get bullied for it. Again, this is your fault. This is on you.
This after they get their house completely flipped upside down and cleaned from top to bottom. You know, I was living in an organized chaos and I knew where my things were in my mess. Now that it's all clean, I don't know where everything is.
Oh my God. Fuck off, man. Like, you can't complain about that shit. You're not allowed to complain about that, man. You can't just complain and then say, oh, I'm not complaining though. You can't blame them and go, oh no, I'm not blaming them though. Just because you say you're not doing it, it doesn't mean that you're not doing it. I'm not shouting right now. Just so you guys know, I am not shouting. Like, I'm talking perfectly reasonable. I'm not stuttering either. No stutters on my end.
Put things back, and I'm okay with that. The only little spot right here is in this corner. We took a bunch of trash to the dump yesterday. We also got my daughter's room set up. I will put in a video here at the end, but you know, it's a process and things take time, and I am extremely grateful for everybody who came. And I'm sorry my feelings about the situation hurt some people's feelings. I did not mean to do that. That was not my intentions. Anyways, here's my daughter's bedroom. She slept in there last night and absolutely loves it.
I'll never understand people who nail, like, duvets to the windows and shit. Oh, God. Bro, I actually had to swallow my vomit there. Like, that was really surreal. I've not had to do that in years. Tell you what, man, these fucking, like, the food I'm getting here in London is actually, it was my mum's cooking. My mum will watch this video. I'm sorry, mum, but, like, I never call her mum either. Mama, I'm sorry, but the fish she fed me earlier, it was just way too oily. Salmon has enough oil in it already. You don't need to, it was like, I'm telling you guys, it was like a 2-inch pan, and half of it was just oil. It's meant to be a healthy food. It was meant to be a healthy meal with, like, vegetables and salmon and shrimp and shit, but it was hot. It was just like a liter of oil, cooking everything, but not even, like, crispy. It wasn't like a deep fry. It was like a really low simmer. So it was just all greasy and shit. I'm only complaining because a bunch of others offered to cook and she was like, no, you're all so shit. Like, I have to do it because you man suck at cooking. And then she'd come out with that and I had to swallow my vomit on camera. So, that's on you, mama. I don't know if that picked up, but I just had a big bang.
This is what I mean about not being able to find anything, and this is no hate to the ladies that came and cleaned for me. This is just the process of me explaining things after they leave. Let's just put that out there now. I've always had a bad habit of doing laundry, leaving it in the basket clean, and then digging for clean clothes out of the laundry basket. This is all my laundry. Now, this is a mix of dirty and clean laundry now. I don't know what's what. That stresses me out. I don't know what to do about that. Obviously, I need to go to the laundromat. I cannot do that today because I'm going to come back home after I drop my kids off at school, and I have about 2.5 hours. I'm going to try to put everything back on the shelf.
Is this even worth complaining about? Like, you should take this opportunity and use it to build good habits and not go back to your old ways, right? Because the way that you were finding shit beforehand was unproductive and objectively bad for everyone involved, right? I understand maybe it's a struggle to find shit because your house is actually in order now, especially compared to what it was before, but that should be a good thing. Like, you should adapt to this, not go back to the way it was before. So I did have a video here. It's been deleted and I can't find any re-uploads, so don't take my word as fact because there's not really any evidence for it, but there was a video of her complaining that the expectations she had for the free clean versus what it actually was were very different, and she expected, well, essentially she expected better. I'm guessing that's why it was deleted, because that was by far the worst sounding one. That's probably why she released something of an apology video, by the way, which we'll have a look at now.
Okay, today I'm going to be tackling this area, but first I need to say something. I would like to, from the bottom of my heart, apologize to Amy, Tanika, Nancy.
Well, careful with that word, that name right there, the way you pronounce it, like. Sorry, that was inappropriate. We'll keep going. Naz, you might actually have to censor that though, because YouTube will pick it up as you know what. And then it'll fuck this whole video up.
For everything that has been going on, I did not mean to sound ungrateful. I am so grateful for this opportunity you guys have given me. It's a clean start, so I could start living a normal, healthy environment for my kids, and I am so grateful for that. And I am so sorry. I had a little bit of a crash out after losing my account, and
and all the things. I was overwhelmed with what was left behind.
Okay, it's a decent apology or whatever. Hopefully it is actually, like, sincere, and she's not chatting shit here, and she wasn't just rage baiting, and she actually means this, and she's not trying to save face or whatever the fuck. It's difficult to trust her because of her reputation, yada yada yada. It's all the shit. It's all the same shit, man. Like, she goes in cycles. She's like an Amberlynn Reid sort of thing, where it's like, I'm going to lose weight now. Oh no, I've relapsed, so I've kept my audience. Oh, what a shame. It's like this lady where it's like, I'm gonna finally clean my house, and she starts cleaning, people are piling in. Oh my god, she's finally gonna clean. Fuck! Oh, I've relapsed, it's dirty again, and I keep my audience who are only here for my dirty home. What a travesty! But again, I'm not mad at this video at all. Like, I hope it's sincere. Like, I do actually, the thing is I do genuinely feel there is sympathy for Amanda McG, because it is very clear that she is genuinely really overwhelmed and has a lot of issues. It's just, I don't think that counts as an excuse for how filthy the house is. So this is Amy's response to a lot of the shit that Amanda McG has been talking about the clean.
We completed the cleaning at Amanda MCG's home, and it went beautifully. Before I got to Amanda's house, I let her know that we were not going to be able to complete the entire interior portion of her home or even touch the exterior portion, but Miss Keeks surprised us and did come through and spent an entire day on the van and made that baby look absolutely brand new. Considering this specific cleaning had been requested for many years on the internet, I already knew there was going to be controversy. Chose the team that I did because I knew those specific individuals not only compassionate enough to deal with Amanda's situation, but strong enough to deal with the whirlwind that the internet was potentially going to dump on us. I know I gave everyone a full training course of product knowledge when it comes to Zep products yesterday, but unfortunately that company does not sell a product can magically clean people's negative attitudes. There were two main issues that people on TikTok had an issue with in regards to how I led this clean. First one was that I left piles of things in Amanda's living room for her to take care of after we left. This is something Amanda agreed to because it was her belongings. The piles were everything that she had decided to keep after I sifted through with her everything else that had accumulated in the living room. She is going to need time to sit there and find a home for each item within her house for that. That is not something I had time to dedicate to.
Yeah, I mean, that makes total sense. So then why does she feel the need to make such an emphasis of like, now I, Amanda McG, am going to take some things out of a bag and put them on the shelf. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, my life. Oh, it's just so difficult. But you know what? I'm gonna fucking push through. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I don't know if I'm gonna get through this, but I just have to power through and take these things out the bag and plop them on the fucking shelf. Because apparently it was too much for the 7 people who clean my house for free to do.
Happy Saturday, everybody. I just wanted to give a quick little update on what the house is currently looking like. We did have the dishes in the sink get piled up a little bit, so my hubby jumped on top of that. Super nice. We have been keeping up with the rooms so nicely. Everybody has a trash can in each room, and that has been helping a lot. Now, we do still have this part of the living room to do, and I know everybody's like, why can't you get it done? You just need to hurry up and get it done.
You know, for me, a dirty house is like, I think dishes are the benchmark of a dirty house, because dishes are not, when you deep it, they're really not that hard to do. And they don't take much time at all, especially if you do it responsibly and you clean your dishes after every meal, or ideally as you're cooking the meal as well. That's what I do, and it's the most efficient way. Like, just never let your dishes pile up. Like, the second they're in the sink and you have some free time, clean the fucking dishes. And when I say some free time, I mean like 5 minutes of free time, because really, that's how long it should take. You should never have them piled up to such an, unless maybe, you know, after like a big meal or like a big family meal or whatever, that's different. It becomes like a bit more of an event. But usually just day-to-day living, it really shouldn't be that hard, even with, you know, 2 children. And as you can see by this video, the dishes don't look as though they were, they don't look as though they were taken care of. But you begin to learn why in just a second, right? Remember that list of chores that Amy talked about giving Amanda, and that, you know, she had to sort of follow it to maintain the cleanliness of her house after the clean. Let's have a look at the list of chores that she actually ends up following.
I have 4 kids and we have a life.
Okay, so first of all, only cleaning 5 days a week, which I don't think is acceptable for a house like that. I think you should do it every day. If anything, you're more free on the weekends, because presumably those aren't the days you work if you work a traditional job. Have a lot more time to sort of, you know, fix the house up. Anyway, Monday, bedrooms plus floors. Okay, fair enough. Tuesday, Dishes plus bathrooms. Wednesday laundry, Thursday kitchen plus dishes plus floors, or kitchen floors plus dishes, I guess. And then Friday living room plus trash, right? There's a couple issues with this list right here. First of all, I don't see the van anywhere, so I'm guessing, I hope that they're still cleaning the van, and it's not just because it's not on the list, they're not doing it. But the biggest gripe with this is that she only does dishes twice a week. In a 4-person household especially, dishes is not a twice a week activity, it is a 3 times a day activity pretty much. At most, a once a day activity. And that is really pushing it in my opinion. But twice a week, it's like, you're gonna fucking ruin everything again. Like, your dishes are going to be a fucking state very quickly. We can already see them piling up just in this video. Like Thursday, you do the dishes Thursday, and then you do the dishes again on fucking Tuesday. So that leaves like 5 whole days where they're just piled up. It's not acceptable, man. And there's no way this is the list that Amy gave you to follow. So you're just not following her advice. You cannot have fucking respected them that much, like, otherwise you'd follow what they told you to do. Same with trash. I don't think taking out the trash is a once a week activity either in a family of 4. Same with laundry as well, by the way. Like, maybe at a push, those 2 things are kind of, I don't know, but it don't sound right to me personally.
This is also my list of like chores that I plan to do every day. Saturday and Sunday will be like a dump day, get rid of, declutter day. But it is coming along. We are, however, going to a pumpkin patch today, so...
This comment smashes it, by the way. Dishes every single afternoon. It's one of the easiest habits you can create for yourself. Wash the dishes and wipe the countertops down. You will notice how much better you feel going to bed knowing it's done. If you force yourself to do this every day, it will just become a habit, something that you naturally do. Yeah, I mean, it's just so true. And it's not even, like, difficult to... It's just common sense, really. Habits are hard to break, you know, which is true, and you have to have some sympathy for that, but it's not an excuse, once again. Like, it's a habit that you have to break as a mother. Just clean the fucking dishes, man. You're an adult. You're a grown woman. Just clean your dishes. Or get your husband to do it. He's a grown-ass man. He's not fucking exempt of all responsibility. He should fucking clean the dishes. I've let him off too slyly in this video. He's just as fucking bad as her, like. Although he just doesn't make content about it, so maybe not as bad, but still bad. Either way, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Like, that is the end of the whole, you know, Amanda McG free cleaning saga, if you will. I got a lot of requests for this one, and thank you for that, by the way. Not really got much else to say other than, please, leave my head alone. It is a perfectly nice, normal head. You know, for everyone chatting shit, yeah, I'm sure you have perfect bodies, mate. Chatting shit about my fucking head. But we all have our issues. There's no need to be an arsehole about it, right? Leave my head alone, and, next time I wear a do-rag, I want all compliments in the comment section next time I wear a do-rag. It'll probably happen. Like, usually when I'm streaming, I wear do-rags, car. I'll be just about to go to bed, something happens, and I'm like, I've got to stream this, man. I don't stream much. I should get back on streaming. What would you want to see? No, only like the real ones have made it to the end of the video. So leave a comment telling me what you'd like to see in streams and that. And I'll think about it. But yeah, other than that, I think that's the end of the video. So, catch you in the next one. Bye.